Welcome back to Ocean Ethos. In this episode, starts off slow, but we end up spearing some nice fish and diving with some sharks. Follow along, I hope you enjoy.
Nice. There we go. Woo! That's what we're looking for. Let me get my gloves on. Jesus.
Welcome back to another episode. Going out today with Carson and Ed. You've met both of them before. We're just gonna go around, not do anything super serious, just kind of enjoy some diving, some shallow stuff. A late start. It's let's see, 8:44, so we'll probably get out in the water around 9:30.
I'm recording it just in case you take a nasty tumble.
You want me to hold your purse? Stay right there.
Only after copious amounts of laughter have ensued. Chip?
30 feet in front of it.
Okay. That should work.
That was expert level anchoring.
That's pretty good.
What?
Your anchoring technique was good.
It's kind of, usually what I like to do is just grab a handful of whatever I can find and just huck it in the air. You think you'd have a little bit bigger shoulders. Is this how you do it, Ed? Oh, around like that?
Yes, that's it.
It's y'all. Hopping in.
Woohoo!
Forgot my fins. So I got these puppies on. Real nice. So I'm going to be filming mostly today, but here with Captain Ed, guy that kind of took me under his wing during my first little bit here in Islamorada and showed me the ropes. Appreciate the hell out of this guy. So anyway, hopefully I can film them getting some good fish. Yeehaw. All right, we're now underwater with Carson's GoPro. Since I had to take those cressy, bungee fins that kept falling off my feet, I decided to just film these guys for a little bit, try and point out some fish for them. You can hear Carson here, he's the king of grunting, bringing the fish in. He's also the chum ball guy. You can see him calling in this nice Cerro mackerel. And this is me diving down. This is actually my camera. Just to show you, even though I didn't have a spear gun, it's still beautiful. You can see all sorts of margates and parrotfish and tangs and all sorts of cool stuff. So even though there's no spear in my hand, it was still gorgeous down there. A little bit slow to start. You can see those nice blue parrotfish. All sorts of stuff, porkfish, angelfish. It was just a pretty day. So you can see that's me just swimming up, filming with the GoPro. Didn't realize it was like 53 feet, but was able to take those crissies down and back. A nice hammerhead. To give you depth perception, that hammerhead was probably about 12 foot long. So if that shows you we were kind of a little bit deeper. It just made the shark look a little bit smaller because it was so deep. Here's Carson going after another Cerro, and he actually hit that one. He's using a new gun right now. First time he's used a roller, and it just didn't have quite the range. It was a shorter reef roller than he's used to, a longer kill shot. So just didn't quite get the penetration he wanted, but still had good aim.
You see that? I hit him. Yeah. Yeah. Told ya. Y'all just pointed out to Carson. Like clockwork. I thought he was doing. There he goes. How you do it? Yeehaw.
I was really happy we were able to see this one. I just barely saw it out of the corner of my eye and pointed it out to Carson. He went down and executed it beautifully. So nice red.
Down goes Ed.
We ended up moving spots. You saw me shoving Ed off the boat there. Ed actually hit this mutton earlier and it was swimming away. It tore out, and Carson took a really deep, fast dive and chased it down and ended up landing a perfect holding shot on it. It's never good when a fish ends up getting away or torn out, and luckily Carson was able to chase it down and salvage the fish. So tossed it up in the boat. Great job, Carson. Way to go. And then we just continued to drift this area. All right, been driving these guys around since I forgot my fins. Let them get some time in the water. And
Carson just tossed up a nice, good size
mutton. Good start to the day. Saro, red grouper, mutton snapper. Only been out here a little bit of time, so hopefully we'll get some more. And hopefully I'll get in the water and shoot something with those tiny fins. Anyway, stay tuned. Yeehaw. So while I was driving these guys around, they were chasing this black grouper, trying to figure out the size on it. You could see it in the middle there. Later they realized that it was plenty big, but at the time we're pretty conservative, making sure that we don't shoot anything that's even, you know, close to the border. And you could see Carson got distracted by that Saro and tried to pull a shot that he probably would have made with a longer gun. So here he is diving on that black again, that black grouper. It's just kind of just kicking out right as he's about to make a shot. They've been chasing him for a while. He kind of got spooky and figured out, all right, these guys are chasing me. So here's Carson taking another dive on him. And it was a lot of just sizing up the size, but by the time they realized it was a good size, it was getting a little smarter.
Alan, I'm good on that fish, dude. He's too wise. Get onto us. Nah. Yeah, I thought I had him. We had him in a hole, but I guess he could see us the whole time because I got about halfway down and he kicked out. Sorry about that. Could have been worth it.
So I hopped in at this next spot. Alan let me borrow his fin so I didn't have to try and kick around on those cressies. So I was thankful to finally get off the wheel and hop in. This technique, we just hang a chum box off the back and hang it about halfway up the water column and try and drift and let the chum kind of do its work. See Carson trying to line up on another Saro there, and he just took a long shot on it. Obviously with that roller it was never going to make it there, but possibly could have got it with a kill shot. If you look at the very bottom right hand side there, you can see me laying on the bottom. I chased down this black grouper and for quite some time. And eventually it just kind of was curious and turned around and gave me a shot.
I think he's good. Nice, 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 nice.
There we go. Woo! That's what we're looking for.
Let me get my gloves on.
Thank Jesus. All right, y'all. Close the distance on a black. Kept trying to swim away from me. Just kept pursuing him really gently every time he would face the other way, and turned around and came at me. And gave me a shot. If I can never get this cool throw.
I've got 2 or 3 of them.
Good looking cooler. We got a black, a red mutton, and this mackerel. So good day so far. Yeehaw.
So this is the part of the day that really got magical. It was awesome. Not only the fish, but the sharks that were there. We just decided to sit and chum and try and get some snapper. We had scouted for snapper before, but we didn't expect there to be some sharks here that were really playful. They really let us just enjoy how beautiful they were, and they weren't afraid, and they just kind of let us swim along with them for a while, and it was nice. So since there were some sharks around, we decided just to mess around. We didn't know if we were going to really shoot many fish at this spot with the sharks around unless they started to clear out. So Carson busted out the Polespear, and we decided to take a look. Carson lines up here on what's called a black margate. We're not big Polespear people. We don't go to the Bahamas all the time, so we decided just to break out the Polespear just to try it. You can see those black margates shooting out the back there. Carson actually hit that one, but they're really, really hard. You got to hit them perfectly dead center or it'll bounce right off. Margates are notorious for that. So these sharks came back around, and I'm not usually a proponent of diving with sharks. They're big apex predators. You should definitely respect them. But they came back around and they were almost inviting us to dive with them. They weren't afraid. They weren't zooming past us. So they had super chill body language, but it's just kind of a magical experience. You can see we weren't super close to them, harassing them or anything like that. It's very important if you're diving with these creatures, especially if you're not familiar with their body language, that you just give them a good amount of room and you respect them.
sick.
It's really good to familiarize yourself with the equipment, so we're just practicing pole spearing some snapper here. Just trying to get used to using a pole spear since we're not always going over to the Bahamas. Kind of working out the kinks right now so that once we come across that trophy fish somewhere, we're familiar with the equipment and we don't miss that trophy fish. It's always good to practice. This dive, you can see Carson swimming down. We spotted a red grouper that was kind of borderline. It looked like it was legal size. It was one of those kind of at your own judgment grouper. So Carson, you can see, kind of pokes at him. Red grouper are just notorious for being really dumb fish. They pretty much stare at you. Probably poke them with the end of that if you wanted to. So it's a great fish to practice with pole spear because they don't move. So Carson decided that that one he thought was a little small.
Good to see you. You want to try it?
And then he hollered, "Hey, you want to try it?" And I was like, "Sure, let's go for it." Because I thought that it might be legal. I wanted to go down, get a closer look. Back in those cressy fins. Terrible kicking technique, just trying to get down there with those things. They were falling off my feet. If you watch here, it's under that ledge. You can see it poking out. And it's facing me, and I'm just waiting for it to turn to the side. So I wiggle my fingers a little bit off to the side to get it to look at my fingers and turn broadside. And as soon as it did, that's when I let it go and let it fly. And then you can see I'm trying to grab that as fast as I can because I can see all the sharks coming from far off. And they're kind of getting close there. Luckily, Carson swam down and kind of poked at them and got him away. Never too close, but when there's a shark in the water and you have a bloody fish, you tend to want to get it out of the water. And you can see both of us with our faces in the water, making sure that they're not coming up trying to check us out again. Anytime there's sharks in the water and you got a bloody fish, you want to head straight back to the boat and toss it back in. You can see there I'm angling that bottom of that pole spear, trying to keep something between myself and the shark.
Oh, alright, out of here. Alright y'all, so you probably saw Carson poking off a shark for me. Pole speared a nice red that's dispatching right now. Let's see a red.
Almost got me.
Alright.
It looks good nice.
Anyway, yeehaw. Alright, we're back at the dock.
I would have loaded you up.
I'll bring him my
Some good fish.
You have an ice maker now?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Nice black, a couple of mangs, a couple of reds.
Yeehaw.
Hey guys, this is Captain Luke. I got stung by a bee while we were out there and I swelled up real bad. But yeah, we had a great time today. We shot a lot of fish, had a good time. I think we're gonna eat well.
Gonna miss these days where I can just slide out for a couple hours and slide back in. We're moving out of the Keys, so gotta kind of say bye to the old house, head off the rock, back to the mainland. So yeah, kind of bittersweet. Moving up to mainland Florida and saying goodbye to the old home. So, a few more conveniences, better health care on the mainland. Gonna move for the fam, get them a little more things to do. After all, it's not all about myself and going spearfishing and all that. So, gotta look out for the fam as well. But I plan on being down here a lot. I'm going to keep the episodes rolling. Should only be about 2.5 hours away. Got tons of friends down here that are always wanting to go out. So anyway, I will keep the episodes going. See you out on the water. Yeehaw.
Only after copious amounts of laughter have ensued. So we got Captain Pukey Lukey up here pulling the anchor. He said he'd never do it again, but somehow.
You pull the anchor.
What's that? Oh, well, both. So